disadvantage of going last is that you're sitting there saying, I know everything now about health wellness and worksite wellness. What is she going to tell me? Well, my esteemed colleagues here have gone through a lot of the concepts of having healthy worksite programs and initiatives. So what I'm going to do is try to kind of skip over some of the things you've already heard, and we'll just see what we've got from there. Why wellness? Well, that's already been discussed. We all know why wellness, but my next question is, are you feeling lucky? This is a famous Clint Eastwood quote. But it actually works well in this setting because so many of us take risks that we wouldn't take with things like our car. If we knew that every 3,000 miles we were supposed to get our oil changed, would we say, I wonder if I could go an extra 1,000 miles? What would happen? I think I'll take that risk. And then all of a sudden, there's a light that goes on that says, hey, hello, you're supposed to change me. And you go, I wonder if I could go just a little bit further. You know, we don't take those risks with our cars because we know maybe you could go a little further without any major problems, but maybe it's going to blow your engine and you're going to have a big giant bill. So you say, I'm going to the mechanic, I'm going to invest the money in that preventative care and invest the time in that preventative care because I don't want to take that risk. But so often we don't do the same with our own bodies and our own health. Do you know this man? Because I actually know this man. And the problem is, this actually came out on the cover of The Economist in 2002, and it got the this funny kind of chatter that went on about this, and it was like, everybody laughed, and then they're like, because it really resonates with a lot of us, because we know this is our population. We are getting to be this person one by one. We know the statistics, we know what's out there. 2/3 of us are overweight or obese, and it's not getting better, and we're dragging our children along with it. So as funny as this looks, it also rings true because we know this person. He's a relative of ours, he's a coworker of ours, he is us. So we kind of laugh and then we hold back. We talked, my colleagues here have talked about the kind of what I like to call the big three. And the big three are poor diet, smoking, and sedentary lifestyle. You can look in anywhere, but I pulled my data from the CDC because I thought it would be really easy for me to just say, this data comes from the CDC instead of this comes from there and this comes from there. The CDC is a wonderful resource for you. But what we know about chronic disease is 80% of heart disease cases can be prevented if we start addressing these. 80% of diabetes cases, type 2 diabetes, can be prevented if we start addressing these, and 40% of cancers. So what we're talking about is real impact on the health of this country, and you as employers have a way to do that through your worksite wellness programs. And you can not only impact the health status of your employees, but also the bottom line of your companies, which is really important. And I know sometimes we don't like to talk about that, but it comes down to that. In this recession that we've had and in the media that we've seen around healthcare costs and how it is crumbling, bringing companies to their knees because it takes such a large portion of their operating costs that they no longer can do business. So we know it's not only important to our employees, to us, but to the bottom line of our company to keep it vibrant and competitive in the marketplace. I actually came in during Dr. Maher's presentation, and I saw he had one of these. I have two slides. This slide is the epitome of if you build it, they will come. No, they won't. You have to incent them, you have to push them because there's one gentleman who's walking up those stairs. I actually was at the Prudential building. I was going to a meeting, and I came in the mall entrance, and I was with two of my colleagues, and it was exactly this. It was two narrow little escalators. One person could fit on either side, and this wide staircase, and there was nobody on the staircase. They were actually waiting in line to get onto this downhill escalator. And one of my colleagues looked at me and said, "You're going to make us walk the stairs, aren't you?" But it was that whole social thing. They knew they're with the wellness person. She's not going to take the escalator. And when in our building, I work in Boston, and I work on the 8th floor. I don't take the elevator because I don't want those looks of, "Isn't she the wellness person? What's she doing on the elevator?" So I always take the stairs. But it's wonderful for me because I'm sitting in meetings for so long or sitting in my car. So sometimes that's my exercise of the day, to get up and down that stairway to get to the 8th floor. The other one, and I came in, and this was one of the photos that you looked at. I have a personal story about this. Prior to my life at Blue Cross, I actually worked in HR. I can empathize with all of you. I worked in HR wearing 100 different hats every day. And one of those hats was that I oversaw our corporate fitness center. We had a gorgeous center, 28,000 square feet. Full-size gymnasium, full-size Olympic pool, indoor track, awesome. And you're like, "Why did you leave?" But the funny thing about that, and what I thought was funny when I saw this photo, was that I used to have people come in, and my office was actually in this building, so it was great. And I would go to the front desk, and people would come in, and they'd be like, "Do you know how far I had to park in that parking lot? You need to do something about that parking lot." I'm like, "Hey, look at it this way. You started your workout early." They were coming in to get on the treadmill, and they're griping because they had to. I don't know about that. Here's some stats, which I'm not going to go through because my colleagues have gone through many of these stats. But bottom line is, we're not getting healthier, folks. We're doing things, and we're trying, but we're not getting healthier. So we have to do things and approach things differently. I'll tell you really quickly, a few things, because I want to introduce Pat, because Pat is actually kind of talking from the employer standpoint in one of the programs that he did. But we have, at Blue Cross, when we work with groups, when we work with employer groups, we bring to them our resources. So it is awesome the amount of resources your health plan can help you with and give you, and the data that they can share with you. Some of the things that we've done, and I'm not sure, I think it might have been Ruth, we use our employees as guinea pigs as well. They don't know it, but that's what we do. We want to make sure that the programs are going to work and we can tweak it, and we want our employees to be healthy. One of the things we've all talked about is senior support. We have a new CEO at Blue Cross. He sent out a letter to all the associates, and it came with our, every year we have our it's another year, here's your new wellness program, here's what you need to do to earn your incentive. He wrote a letter and said, "I'm struggling the same way you're struggling to find the time to take care of myself and exercise, to make sure that I make those right choices. I'm going to do it. I'm committed to do it, and I'm asking you to join me." That was so powerful, because in his busy schedule, how can I say, "I'm too busy, I can't find the time"? This man is the CEO of a very large company and out talking to folks like you all the time. And if he can find the time, I can find the time, and that's what our associates thought. We're putting in a verifiable physical activity program. Our motto for this program is trust and verify. So we know that people, I have an undergraduate degree in nutrition science and dietetics, and I used to do food counseling and nutrition counseling all the time. People underestimate what they eat, and they overestimate how much they exercise. They do. They don't purposely do it, but they do it. They also underestimate how much they weigh and overestimate how tall they are. So, they would come, no, but when they would come to me, I would weigh them, and I would measure them. I didn't say, "So how much do you weigh this one?" Because they would say, "Oh, I weigh," and then hop on the scale, and they go, "What happened since I left my bathroom? The scale is wrong. Something's wrong here." So it was verified. program that is now verifying. It's an accelerometer program, so it measures the physical activity using kind of that NASA technology, your GPS technology. It's very Big Brother-ish, yes it is. But it's very helpful and it's very cool. And people like the technology, they like these cool little things. So that's one of the things that we're doing with our own associates, but we've also rolled it out. Some of you may have heard about the Firefighters Challenge we do with some of the unions at firehouses. That social adoption we've all been talking about, that social engagement, that works. Oh my gosh, that works. The firehouses started challenging each other and talking to each other, and then all of a sudden, they were watching this guy who used one of those verifiables. So I used to have one of those pedometers that had the ball bearings, and my husband wore one, and I wore one. Not that we're competitive or anything, but at the end of the day, he'd be like, so how many do you have? He quickly realized it. He could go like this. Many more miles than I ever had. And I'd be like, how did you do that? So then we got one that you can't shake and you can't do that. Actually, you have to walk. And so that's what the firefighters used. And they started watching this guy, and they all used fake names, so they made up their avatar names. And at first we had to caution them because it was going to be public, and they were getting a little bit kind of crazy with their names, and calm them down and say, let's make sure these names are appropriate for all to view. But they were watching this one guy who was just racking these miles up, and they were tweeting each other and sending blogs to each other. It's like, who is this guy? Well, all of a sudden, one of the firehouses got a knock on the door, and you can walk into any firehouse and say, I need a drink of water. So this guy said, hey, I need a drink of water. And they're like, sure. And he pulled his accelerometer out. He goes, hey, do you guys know about this? And they say, you're him! And he was like, yeah, I am, and I just walked 10 miles to come and show you that I am not cheating. I do walk this much. It got everybody. All of a sudden, we watched the next week, everybody started walking more. You could just see it charting. And it was that type of thing. It's that type of enthusiasm. It's very exciting to watch. So with that, I just want to let you know, those are just some of the things that you can kind of incorporate. You don't have to do it. You've learned about the surveys. You've learned about wellness committees and champions. These are things that we can help you with, that you can help this coalition, this group can help each other with, but it can be done. It's in our hands. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Pat, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what he did with his group. First, let's start out with a little bit about his group, and then one of the initiatives that he did with his